Hey there, everybody. Thanks for joining me for another one-man review. Today I'll be taking a look at two new pieces from Glacier Bay Books. I got this one, the Kenji Kun, when I ordered the Give Her Back to Me by Hana Chatani. This is the dust jacket for it. I'm not a big dust jacket person, but luckily it has I actually like this cover even better when you take it off. So this is a really, really beautiful book. But first I want to show you this Kenjin Kun by Ayumu Arasaka. It's a really interesting fold out book, and the reason for that is this isn't all going to fit on screen here, I know, but this opening sequence here has one huge spread going across the top, and then it has all of these smaller pages here. This looks, I'm not sure, I guess it's not a risograph, it looks like a 4-color print, but you've got this black and white with these areas of colored pencil color throughout it, and it's really interesting to just have such a long composition on the top, and then you flip over and you get some credits here, and then it's a little bit awkward of a format. But a really interesting piece, and I really like the justification for that larger format, to be able to have a fold-out book like that and get that big spread right there is really interesting. And it's a cute little story, too. So really glad I got this. I don't even remember ordering this. This must have just came for free with pre-orders or something like that. But really interesting. It's a first edition print run of 500, so I would definitely go get it if you can. Then Give Her Back to Me is a very beautiful in sentiment and beautiful in art little short book by Hana Chatani. Glacier Bay, I'm always singing the praises of Glacier Bay. What they're doing is they're bringing over and printing manga that's, outside of the beaten path, independent manga, things like that. And I really, really think that's one of the best, foundations for the mission statement of a publisher right now, is to bring that over and expose us to what's going on in manga that's outside of the things. You have to sell so much to even justify bringing something over, I'm sure, that to have these smaller things brought over and show that manga's not just one thing, there's a wide variety of what's going on, is really, really important. So here we have Mitsuki, which is the child and her mother are visiting the grandmother, and there's this mirror that the mother is freaking out about. What's that thing doing there? And here you get this awesome drawing of this mirror, and you get a sense that it's something evil has happened. And so that's what the story is. You learn about how someone got basically sucked into the mirror. I don't want to give away too much because this is a new book, so I don't want to spoil anything. I want people to go buy it. And then you get a real sense of Hana, how am I going to say the last name? Chatani really does a lot of beautiful stuff with texture. There's all the kind of obvious manga tones and things like that, but there's a lot of beautiful dry brush work that I'm not used to seeing in manga. Like the hair here is absolutely gorgeous, and then it looks like there may be some black color pencil or Conte crayon or something in there to add some softness to the hair. So you get things like that all throughout the book, where there's these experiments in texture, like here with the wood grains and this curvilinear perspective. Some really fun things where the balloons are casting shadows, so pretty formally playful. There's just a lot of interesting stuff like that. And then the writing's really good as well. I really like this caption here that says, "I remember thinking what a hassle it must be to be an adult if it meant having to live with more than one truth to things." And that is, I think, a really just potent one-sentence statement about growing up. And that's what this book ultimately is about growing up. And there's a horror story behind it, but a really thoughtful piece and beautifully illustrated. I don't want to give away much more than that, but it's just a stunning piece. Again, Glacier Bay is always knocking it out of the park with what they choose to print. both of these are amazing little pieces, and like I said, I think their mission statement as a company is about as good as it gets. So please go get these awesome books, and please support that company so we can keep being exposed to like the full range of what's going on in Japan. The more we get that kind of stuff from more different countries, I think the richer comics is going to be as we cross pollinate each other. So please go support Glacier Bay. Plaza by Yokoyama Yuichi. This is translated by Ryan Holmberg and is very large for a manga, so that's a really cool feature of this book, this standard manga size. And this is just a 200 some odd page representation of what Yokoyama Yuichi thinks of the Carnival Parade. And he's just made this like relentlessly loud and rhythmic book that pushes all kinds of amazing boundaries of what comics and manga are, and we could not recommend this book more.
Make sure to like, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell.